You know, we all need a little group therapy in our lives. Group Therapy are an alternative hip-hop trio hailing from Los Angeles, California. Initially getting their start as child stars, doing various projects with Nickelodeon, so on and so forth, they come to their debut full-length with a bit of prior industry experience, albeit from a limited child's perspective. I guess we won't waste any more time. American Psycho, opening track. Immediately, this is reminding me of a Gene Dawson track, specifically from last year's Chaos Now. The delivery on the hook, mixed with the punky distortion and pronounced beats, is a dead giveaway. Lyrically, the track is essentially a warning cry to those trying to either harm them or downplay them. They're gonna go psycho! And not in the Patrick Bateman way either. More like the kind of way. The following Smiles, by comparison, is silky, milky jazz rap all the way. Melancholy pianos, slightly syncopated beats, ghostly harmonies. I guess it does put a smile on the face, but the song itself talks about the need to put on a smile, even though at the end of the day it's pretty much just a facade. LIGHTSPEED swerves lanes stylistically yet again, this time serving up a propulsive piece of tech hop. Making genre names out here. Growling synth bass lines groove against these super bouncy dance beats, while the low-key deliveries from each member offer an extra layer of coldness and calculation to the mix. It doesn't extend past the 3-minute mark, so the band really has to make this moment count. And they do. How I'm feeling, yet again, switches lanes. This time we're blessed with a sickly sweet blend of R&B, neo-soul, and hip-hop. Jada's lead vocals and harmonies are probably the biggest highlight for me. She has the perfect voice for this kind of music. She blends with the beat so well, she may as well be another instrument. Nasty is yet another massive highlight for me. The beats on this thing are a total throwback to the mid-2000s, Missy Elliott, Timbaland, maybe a bit of Ludacris, that sort of thing. The drums are so punchy and funky. The eerie little synth patch that plays throughout is a subtle earworm. We get some glossy hits of strings that really prop up the chorus. Everyone kills it on this thing. Jada's descending vocal lines on the pre-chorus get stuck in my head every time. Swim's refrain plays off the groove of the beat really nicely. The hook itself is absolutely killer. Give me a little something, a little nasty. It's just an immaculately crafted piece of pop rap. I don't know what else to say. Hot! Tries its hand at a little bit of jungle, drum and bass. Whatever it's doing, it's absolutely losing its mind doing it. The tense wailing synths, speedy breaks, amped performances, it all very much has a controlled chaos vibe. The jittery edits on the keys towards the end makes me feel like I'm listening to something Peggy might have laced into his 2 most recent projects. Obviously not as insane or as unhinged as that, but it's getting close. Club Song is the most sparse and gentle song on the album, but it proves that this group has the ability to pull out an acoustic and sing a simple little ditty. It's really good too. The mix of every member harmonizing together not only sounds gorgeous, but also creates a sense of unity, despite whatever they're going through in the song. The huge rush of angelic vocal harmonies on the back end are like jamming a syringe full of serotonin directly into my arm. My only complaint is that I wish this song was longer. Why is it only like 2 minutes and change? Go harder! Peak does the clubby dance thing again, but with way more lust, and dialed all the way back to a very chill 5. Not a mark against it though, it's still a cute piece of lovesick dance hop with a stark but still very bouncy instrumental. Don't sleep on this one, kids. It's still worth your love. Trunkpoppers.com is a grim depiction of the nature of having money in an envious environment, aka the streets. Basically, you've got a target on your back for simply having more than others. The woozy, dejected beat helps to communicate this point really effectively too. There's this need to escape that situation and that constant danger, and I love how that leads into the following track, Help Part 1, which thematically backs up the previous cut. TJ saying on the bridge that he's not built to be a menace, I just got to. It's a consequence of his environment. He needs to carry a gun and potentially use it for his own safety. Creates a horrid cycle of defense and revenge, defense and revenge, defense and revenge. Jada sings at the end that if she does in fact make it out of the streets, she wants to help her loved ones out of it, so that they don't have to perpetuate that cycle should they find themselves in that situation. This then leads us into the following Help Part 2, which I also like a lot. Even with a significantly shorter runtime, just 2 minutes, it does a lot to tie up the running themes from the previous 2 tracks. I love the beat on this thing, features a slightly dissonant, detuned piano line that I can totally hear Westside Gunn ad-libbing over. Boom, 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 boom! The low-pitched hook sounds like it came straight from the early, edgy Tyler the Creator playbook.
I kinda fucking wish you never helped me at all.
FUNKFEST is a super hyperactive blend of hip-hop, post-punk, and synth-punk. Sounds like something Slow Tie would jump on in a heartbeat, with its grime-caked bass, danceable driving beats, and group call-and-response chants. Do it! Do it! Do it! Go! Do it! Go! I just can't get enough of the energy on this thing. I love it. Even when Jada's refrain ushers in a softer musical palette, the momentum and excitement is never lost. The track is still in its own groove. And DYSBF is another sleek piece of pop rap. Features zigzagging synth melodies, rubbery 808s, group chants on the hook, speedy, low-key verses that show a lot of charisma. It's short, sharp, fun, catchy, no complaints. Do your shit, best friend, do your shit, go! Still Alive is a triumph in the face of personal demons. It's a sweet sentiment to close the album on, and a fitting finish given the breadth of struggles examined on this project. The singing in the first half may be a little amateurish, but there's still a lot of heart behind it, and I'm loving the way that this song blossoms as it progresses. Swells of strings, more heavenly vocal harmonization. Like I said, it feels like a light at the end of the tunnel kind of moment. We're still alive, and that's something to be glad for. Alright, so overall, this thing is fantastic. I know I'm late to the party, but I'm really glad to have come across this thing. The stylistic variety is more than commendable. The rapping and singing on this album is consistently on point. The production is always super colorful, detailed, groovy, bouncy, hard. I'm also impressed with how tastefully this band explores different emotional hardships too. If you're a fan of groups like Brockhampton and Odd Future, then this album will most likely do it for you. I really don't even know if there's a single song on here that I could say that I'm not enjoying. Wow. Crazy delicious. I'm giving this a 9.5 out of 10, just to round it out. Hell yeah. Pins and needles again. It's that time of the video where I gotta stretch my legs and let the nerves wake back up again, because I really gotta change my setup. Here, let's get intimate. Let's get intimate. What do you think about this album? And me? What do you think about me as a person? Have you met me before? Have I met you before? Do I know you? What the flip are you doing on my channel, man? Please leave me alone. I'm just trying to live. The name of this album is I Was Mature for My Age, But I Was Still a Child. I forgot to mention that at the start. Like the video if you like it, and subscribe if you want to subscribe. I really want you to subscribe to my channel right now. I think we're back. If anything that I've done in this video worries you, concerns you, makes you feel uncomfortable, don't hesitate to call the police. My address is... Doxing myself to own the libs. Alright, sweet dreams. Good night. Love you all, whoever you are. Again, I don't really know what you're doing here, but yeah, I love you anyway. Oh fuck. That's my check has a Bilbo Baggins type beat.